Hi everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. I hope you've had a fantastic day and thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome to the channel. This is where I talk a whole lot about fashion and how to enjoy it, how to enjoy those pieces that we bring home and put in our closets, how to style those pieces. I share my thoughts and tips on those. And if you're watching regularly, I post a short 3 to 4 times a week, depending on how my schedule is, and just showing you how I style those pieces and how I enjoy the pieces that I have. Today I'm sharing something that has become a key part of my wardrobe, and I've built this space over time, primarily through the secondhand market. And I pull from that market with regard to these pieces because of the uniqueness of these pieces. And I'm talking about my miniature handbags or my smaller bags. Now, day to day, I'm typically carrying something a bit larger because I need more things in a bag, unless I'm just running out. And I would say 98% of my day-to-day bags are retail. I bought them in a variety of places. A lot of them have been gifted through my family or a friend for a little more fun, something that is more in what I'm considering my collection. I like that secondhand space. So I'm sharing a few today that you have seen some of, but some of them you have not. And I'm sharing them because most of the time you see these on Sundays. And I like carrying these on Sundays. One, to get wear out of them, because I think for the most part, they're not day-to-day bags necessarily. But for me, if it fits my outfit, I will happily carry an evening bag during the week because it goes with my look. So some of these fall into that space, but primarily on a Sunday, because that's more of a dress-up day for me. I am looking for something just going to add to my look. And it has taken me some time over the years to create this space. So a few of them you've seen, but for those of you that are new, I'm going to recap these, and with some of them I will pop up a photo so that you can see what I wore the bag with. I'm going to start with this in a blush color, and these are going to range in sizes from what I consider a micro to a typical mini or just a medium-sized bag. And this one in blush has gold hardware, and what I really like about this is the bamboo handle. I love bamboo handles. And in this color, it's going to be really neutral and really nice for this time of year, just to have something that gives a little bit of interest to a look. And it is very easy to carry. I love the shape on the clasp there. And it's just a little twist lock. And for size, there are a couple of pockets here in a zip or patch pocket. And this also comes with a gold chain. So it has some flexibility. So I typically like bags that give me a little bit of options when it comes to whether I have a top handle or whether I have a strap, just depending on my look. This one you've probably seen in stores, but I found it in thrift, and it is a multicolored clutch, and I absolutely love the color combinations here. And this will go with a lot of different things, especially this time of year. And I also like the detail there on the top with the clasp. And this has gold hardware and trim on it. And again, I can carry this as a clutch, but it also comes with a strap. My phone will fit in here. It will fit in the other bag. And I love the size of this, as well as the flexibilities in terms of color. This one you've seen, and I absolutely loved it when I first saw it. I love the sequins there. We have bead detail on it, and I love the handle. Handle is kind of a bronze color, and I love that because that picks up the colors, as there are some sequins in this color as well. And this has the kiss lock, but it's on the sides, and this also comes with a strap. So I have some flexibility. It has an interior pocket. Plenty of room in there. Perfect for a Sunday. And that is this one. This one you've seen. I found this at a bazaar. It's basically an indoor flea market, and of course they have everything. And it's one of those spaces that you really get to explore. And I found this in an out of place spot in the bazaar, and it was high up on a shelf, and it was in disarray, for lack of a better term. It could have been qualified as a little bit raggedy, but I saw the potential as the bottom of the bag had been blown out. It was laying flat. This was flat. There was no support to it. But in close examination, I realized I could repair it. And what I did was bring it home and basically glued the bottom back together. I've often recommended to you to use foam board for a variety of projects. This is one of those projects. Now, I bought foam board in black, and I cut it to size, and I worked it into the bottom of the bag. That gave it support. This is pretty strong, and when you glue a couple of them together, you can get the support that you need. So in black, I added that on the inside, of course, to the bottom. And now we have a very solid structure on the bottom of the bag. After that, my $9 bag had a bit more value. So I absolutely love this. And I love the detail there with the bow on top. We have a couple of compartments. So I love that. We have a lot of space to work with there. So that is that one. You've seen this. This was vintage. I do like vintage. I like vintage for the character. I like vintage because of the construction. I love vintage for the different types of details, like the clasp there. But I think vintage just offers something that a lot of the bags today don't offer in terms of style. Also, when it comes to pieces like this, because this is fabric, if I really wanted to take the time to very delicately remove this cover, I could do that. I don't know why I would, because I really do love this as it is. But if you find something and you really love the shape, see beyond what it is, and maybe you can just recover something and get a color that you want or in a print that you want. A great way to do that in this particular style, or any style that you find like that, that's fabric. But if you want to take the time and do something else in leather, by all means, that is also a great option. For this next bag, I need to do a repair on this, and the clasp stopped working. So it doesn't hook any longer. So I need to just take time to go to the store to get another clasp. But what I love about this is the shape, and also the metallic color, which is very neutral, and it's champagne color. And it can go with pretty much anything. I can dress it up, I can dress it down. And with the gold on it, I think that just adds a little bit of interest to it. And this is what the inside offers. Pretty spacious. And I have a couple of options when it comes to how I can carry it. So I can do the shorter strap, but I also have a longer chain in gold. So I have some flexibility on that. I do love that. So for this particular one, I just need to get a quick repair on that. Probably need to leave it out and remind myself to do that. I keep looking at it, knowing I need to do it, and I just haven't taken the time to do so. But now probably a good time to do that. This is Neiman Marcus. I had this one for a while, and it is in the pewter gray and the snake skin. I love that. It can also be a wristlet, or it can be a clutch. And just pull that in to close. So some options there. And this also has a pretty good amount of space. So we do like that in that color. And for leather, this, as you know, I love the color, but I love that this has all the studs. I think that just makes this really interesting in terms of something a little bit different. And I like the square pattern there with the top stitching. I really like that. And this comes with the double snaps. Love that too, in terms of just having some security with regard to the clutch style. This is by Michael Kors. And The signature monogram is inside, so no sign of that on the exterior. And I talk a bit about using your pieces outside of what they're typically for. You've seen me carry a bag that may not be your typical day bag throughout your time here. And that's because if it matches my look, I'm going to carry it. It gives me the opportunity to use it. But if it's the only thing that I have that's going to make my look what I want it to be, I'm going to put this in on a random day. I'm not going to wait for a special occasion to carry it if I have use for it. Now, with these being bags that I typically will carry on Sunday, these are Sunday bags for me. But when time comes for an evening look, I can still very much wear this. So consider that. And of course, I could throw this on with denim. I could throw it on with the blazer and a pair of jeans and heels and dress that up. Absolutely. And I love it because it has ruffles and rhinestone. Here's the back. And it has good space. And it also comes with a chain. So I do like the versatility of that. Find your bags and wear them anytime. Now for this next one, my niece gave this to me. And I think it's just absolutely adorable. Now, not much is going to go in it, but it's going to have a moment. I have not carried this because I think it was last year. I think it was last year she gave it to me. It has the rope handle. And I'm going to cover it. I love the color, but there's some discoloration. And I am going to, probably at the same time I need to go fix that one. I need to get things for this. But I'm going to cover this. I'm not going to tell you what. I'm going to show I have something in mind. And once I make that modification to the bag, I will certainly share that. But I think this is just totally cute with regard to just something different. And it just snaps across like so and opens like that. Now this is big enough for my keys, my license, a card, mints, and probably lip gloss. Not much else is going to get in here. When I carry something like this, my phone is typically going to be in the car. If I carry something for an event and it's small like this, there are going to be 50 phones around me if I needed to make a call. So I'm not as concerned about having my phone. Of course, when I get in the car, I'll have my phone. So with regard to not having the phone for a couple of hours, I'm okay with that in a situation like this. I absolutely love this. And in the style of still small and tiny, the same things are going to fit in here. When I saw this, I thought it was just the absolute cutest. And for a tiny bag, this is an accent piece. It's like jewelry, a large piece of jewelry, but it's just going to hang across as a crossbody, or I could carry it like so. Or if I wanted to take the strap off, I can do that and just carry it like this. And the detail here on the top, I thought was nice. And it just snaps across and opens like so. And the same things are going to go here. Keys, the mints, the card, my license, and a lip gloss. I'm good with that. I think this is just an absolutely adorable piece. Let's see what else. So I have 2 or 3 more. So when it comes to unique, this space that I've tried to cultivate over time is what these bags represent in terms of what I call my collection. Although my regular bags are in my handbag arsenal, this next one is made from a cigar box. You may have seen these. I think they're selling them now in stores as such. But whoever started the process did not finish. Or maybe they finished it for themselves and wanted to have the cigar box still be a part of the bag. I'm going to cover this. And I like the direction that they were going because look at that. And one of my favorite things. When I saw that, I knew I had to have this. So my plan is to build on this for the other side, but it's going to be different. So I don't know if it'll be a shoe or if it'll be a bag. I'm looking for something that's going to complement that. And when I find it, and when I finish this, I'm definitely going to share it. So the bamboo handle is there, and they put a lock on it. And this is so well done. I actually think this was purchased this way. I like the reinforced corners on the back. I love that. And it has the lock there. And it just opens like so. And look at that. One of my favorite prints in the animal print. I absolutely love it. And this has a pocket here. And it's just an open space. Now you could use this for something other than a handbag. But I'm going to use it as a handbag. I love the uniqueness of what this offers. In a cigar box. Look at that. And I love the print. I'll be showing you that. And I have another in a different style. In wood. In a cigar box. And this one has the bead detail. Someone added the bead detail to this. And when I got this, it had a fringe trim on it in black. I didn't like it, so I removed it. It was easy enough to remove. And again, that's why I mentioned if you find things that are unique and you like them, don't discount them because something isn't perfectly what you want, especially if you can modify it. So this opens, this little slide latch here, and opens like so. And when I got it, it had there was a picture of something here in a fabric that covered a little board and attached a framework here. So I took that off, and as you can see, the handle is attached just by drilling some holes and adding that into to make the handle. I am considering taking the handle off and replacing it, which I'll probably do, but just have not found what I'm looking for yet, because I do want to put a trim back on this. I just have not figured that part out yet, but I will. And this held 25 cigars, to just kind of give you an idea of the size of it. So it has hinges, and I like the brass, so in wood. So what a unique idea for a handbag. Next, in a woven wicker. This is vintage, and I love the uniqueness of the handles. And they appear to be a little bit discolored. And I say that because looking at it from one way, it looks like one is slightly darker than the other. It escapes me, but there's a name for this particular material. And I like that there is gold on the hardware and a very well-made bag with the leather trim there on the feet. And it just has the twist lock. And the interior has a zipper compartment as well as a patch pocket. And the sides are leather. Quite a nice detail there. So this has been with me for a while, and I love it. Now, I think all of these bags are wonderful. I absolutely love all of them, but I'm finishing with what I consider to be the showstopper. And I stocked this bag for about a month. I saw it at a consignment store, and I was familiar with the brand. When I saw it, I thought that looked interesting, and I just wanted to do a little bit closer inspection. And it is this bag. And in defining what a collection piece is for my collection, this is what I'm calling a collection piece. May not be just generally, and it has pearl detail on it. It has gold trim on the hardware. That's the hinge on the bottom. And when I first saw it for the price, I was like, I thought it was worth it. I just didn't want to pay it. I think it started out at $150 or so. By the time I saw it, it was $75. And I knew if I left the bag and came back the next day, the potential was there for it to be gone. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, maybe nobody else will like this like I do. And I walked out and I kept thinking about the bag. And it's a nice size bag. I like the elasticized sides, and it has a zippered compartment as well. And it also has a strap. So a couple of weeks later, I went back into the store and the bag was still there. And just checking on it, it had been marked down to $29. Immediately, I picked it up. Now, it was marked down to $29 with an as is on it. There are some wear marks on it, but they are so very subtle and not an issue for me. So I got it for $29 and I was absolutely thrilled. Now, for what I consider my collection, this is the showstopper in my collection. So we're making this the showstopper of the bags tonight. I think this is a phenomenal bag. At $150, I wouldn't have purchased it. At $29, it was a deal. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. You'll be seeing it. I'll get it into an outfit at some point. Now, clearly, yes, I could do this any day like any of the others, but I'm waiting for a moment with this bag, and when that moment arrives, it's already here. So I hope you enjoyed the video and a peek into what my alternative bags are from my day-to-day and how I use them and incorporate them into my looks. I can dress them up, I can dress them down, all kinds of options when it comes to just doing something a little bit extra. Just doing something that's going to elevate a simple look, a simple black dress or denim with a t-shirt and a blazer. Absolutely, I could pull any one of these with that look. But I can also put them in with a suit or a dressy dress. I can put it with a pair of slacks and a blazer. All kinds of possibilities. So if you find something that you think will be a compliment to your wardrobe that's not your basic day-to-day or just something a little bit different and unusual, pick it up. If you can modify it and make it work for you in your own space. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share the video. I thank you so very much for watching. And if you are new, go back and take a look at some of the old videos and see what Angela's Fashion Mix is all about. I thank you for being here and I thank you for your time. If you are a shopper of the live sales, the next sale will be this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you there. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you very soon. Bye.